Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Couch Cushions Podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining in and listening to us again. Today, I think we're both really excited about this episode, which is actually the first of a series we're starting about traveling, hence the title Catch Flights. Maya and I love to travel in and out of the US, and we have so many stories and experiences about our travels we knew we could not fit into one episode. So, here is Catch Flights Part 1. Let's talk about, I guess, what we love most about traveling.
Oh man, like the thing that I love most about traveling is the food. To just go to a different city or country and just try the foods that are local, you know? I'm ready to try any and everything.
That's true. I do think, especially like with the places you've been, the food there probably was exceptional.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I would say probably Italy had the best food. Maybe
Mm,
Hungary too, but definitely hands down, Italy had the best food.
that sounds like a dream.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing.
Oh, what a life.
Yep.
I think for myself, like my favorite thing is meeting new people. And I just look back to the times like when I've traveled and I just love and cherish the friends that I've made. Like no matter where I've gone, I feel like they're like family and I feel like I have such a strong connection and like really like dear feelings for those who I've met throughout my travels.
Oh yeah, the people that you meet like during that time, they like you said, they become family.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how like you'll go somewhere and stay there for like 2 weeks or a month and you just build a bond with people that you've never met before. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? That just lives in a different country or city or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely a really special connection, like meeting somebody that you don't know from a totally different place and like that bond is it's different.
Where have you been?
Mm. I think like I guess if we're like starting at the very beginning, when I was young, we would just travel to like New York City and South Carolina back and forth because that's where my family's from. And then I don't know, like little places throughout the US, like Boston and Washington and Pennsylvania, places like that. But for bigger real trips, I think I would call Texas one, or say Texas is one of them, and my Alaska trip, which is still in the US, but those were like kind of bigger trips I've taken. Outside the US, obviously Canada. I don't even know if that counts
Oh
because
yeah. They're right up the street. They're
they're
like
right
right
up the
there.
street. I don't know, but I'm gonna put it down there just in case. Um, I've been to Belize twice, briefly to London and South Africa.
South Africa. Like I feel like
Yes.
that's your biggest flex. Like I've been to South Africa.
I guess it is a pretty big flex. Like no one really goes there, but I'm
Right.
really like grateful that I got the opportunity to.
Yeah, that's super dope. Like, I wish I could go to South
But
Africa.
you've been, I feel like you've been everywhere. So let's hear your list.
Okay, first of all, I haven't been everywhere. And it's so funny because, like, even when I'm at work, they're like, this is Maija. She's our biggest traveler. And it's like, it's been 3 years since I've been back from Europe. But anyway, some of the places that I've gone to is obviously like different states, such as Texas and all those great stuff. But I would say my biggest trip just as a young adult was like going to Europe for 3 months.
Mm.
So some of the countries that I visited were obviously Italy, France, London, Paris, Spain, the Netherlands, oh, Hungary,
Mm.
Greece, Germany. And I did stop in Portugal where they weren't going to let me into the country because I got sick and I overstayed my visa. So
Oh boy.
shout out to Portugal for letting me come home.
Awesome. That's amazing. And that's a long list. Like you're downplaying it, but that's a long list of
It's
places.
I mean, I guess so, but like when you go to travel like for 2 or 3 days just to explore the city,
Yeah.
it's kind of like you get to see different places like super quick.
Right. That's true. Out of all those places, which one would you say is your favorite?
Ooh, that's kind of hard. I just like you were saying, what makes the trip is like food and friends.
Hmm.
And like I would say Rome because like that's where I built most of my like
Oh,
connections with everyone. Like I can go to Rome and be like, yo, my family's there.
right.
So, that's
Yeah.
just That's just how it is.
A really hospitable place to go. Like they're known for like I don't know, like Italians. At least like the ones I know here. Obviously, I've never been to Italy,
Oh,
but
well,
like
you listen, you had the opportunity. I don't know why you didn't come.
I was
Your
kicked out of
mom,
the trip.
your
I
mom
was
and
kicked
grandma,
out of the
how do you
trip.
get kicked out of a trip?
I don't even know. But no, honestly, like at least for like the Italians here, they're just so like hopefully the top, like friendly and hospitable and kind. They love to feed you. So can you imagine like that would be the greatest trip ever.
Oh, for sure. Like just a quick example, like when me and my friend, we were out of money, this person was like, listen, as long as you can take the train to my house, I will feed you every single night.
Wow.
So we went to her house and she fed us every single night at like 8 o'clock because that's when she got home from work. So yeah, they definitely take care of their peoples.
Wow. That's truly incredible.
Right.
I never heard that story before, but that's really cool.
Yeah, listen, she fed us and I ate. But yeah, anyway, where's your favorite place?
So I think I have to say Alaska.
Alaska.
Yes. And obviously we have really good friends there. The best of the best. I just think I've never been, and I'm pretty sure never again will I go to anywhere as beautiful as Alaska. That's a big thing to say.
Like, right. Like, why? What makes Alaska so beautiful?
I think, I don't know. Like, it's just the very raw and natural beauty of the place or of the state. Honestly, like, I think you can go anywhere and see a very beautiful sunset. Like, in South Africa, I've seen like the most beautiful sunset that like will take your breath away, or like little things, beautiful beaches, and a lot of like amazing and awe-inspiring things. And I feel like every city has a little bit of that. But when you go to Alaska, everywhere is like just gorgeous. You're at a convenience store and you just look outside and there's mountain ranges and animals all around. Like it is gorgeous. It is the most beautiful and like it's so untouched. I just love it. Like I had such a great time being with the friends there was so much fun and just the experiences I've had. But I think it's like one of my favorite places that I've ever been.
I know. I really want to go one day. Like we have to plan a trip to go to Alaska.
Up. Like you have
I know. But then like COVID just makes it even harder. Like COVID is just really killing me. Like I really love to travel so much. Right. So much. But I mean, there is like highlights and also there's some lowlights to travel. To traveling. This just brings me to like one of my travel stories that gets me every single time. It's an experience I hope no one ever goes through. Ever on a plane, I hope you never go through this. Okay, so I was over in Budapest, living my best life. And so what Budapest is known for is they're like cabbage wraps or whatever, like it's meat wrapped into cabbage. Right. And so we were there for like I want to say about 3 days and we just couldn't find it. So on our last day we found it. And so I was like, okay, cool. And I can eat cabbage, whatever. So I eat the cabbage, whatever. We get on the plane to go to Germany. And that was like our longest flight. Listen here. I'm sitting on the plane. And my stomach goes bloopity bloop bloop bloop. And I said bloopity bloop 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 bloop. I was talking back to my stomach like, what's going on? Is there something going on in there? Man, when I tell you I have never ran to an airplane bathroom so quick in my life. So I go and I run to the bathroom. I lock it. I'm like, yo, I gotta go. So I'm going. I'm like, oh my God. All of a sudden, the plane starts shaking. Guys, I know I'm not good at sound effects. So I'm like, oh my God, this plane is shaking. I'm shaking around like, ah. And all I hear is the stewardess come bang on the door. Boom, 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 boom. We need you to get back to your seat. And I'm like, I can't get back to my seat. He's like, you got to get out of it. And I'm like, yo, I can't stop. When I tell you, God. I was so scared and terrified. I was like, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get out of here alive. When I tell you that plane kept shaking for about 15 minutes, I started shaking.
Those are probably the longest 15 minutes of your entire life.
Oh yeah. I was started hot sweats. Like I got to go. Oh, and as soon as the seatbelt and then like the plane starts to go down and it's like going up and down, my stomach was going bloop, 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 bloop. And I was like, oh Lord.
Oh no.
As soon as that plane landed, I have never ran to a bathroom so quick in my life. And that's why I'm now afraid to fly on planes. I'm so afraid because I've never been like through that much turbulence on the toilet with
Oh,
your stomach hurting.
honestly, like traveling is such an amazing and awesome experience, but it's really not all peaches and cream. It's there's things that'll happen, and like you always just have to be prepared to like it's not gonna all work out just how you want it to. Like I
Nope.
think of my story, it was my first time traveling alone. Um, and like I had no phone. I got lost at the airport. I somebody like a friend of mine who I met there before was going to pick me up. She actually does like taxi driving. And so she was going to pick me up. I could not find her. I thought she was late and I had no way to contact her. And I was going back and forth and I'm like sweating and it's crazy. So I finally meet her and it was late. So she speeds all the way to a whole nother city and finally get there. We're like walking around, walking around. You know, I pick up some food because I haven't eaten in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of nowhere, she goes, run, 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 run. And you know, and someone tells you to run, you run. Any questions, I'm running. So I'm running. She gets my bag. I don't know where my bag was, but she grabs my bag, grabs me, and she throws both of us on the bus. Like I literally was thrown. And I was like, oh my gosh. Now, clueless to me, like I got directions before, like they were like, don't exit the bus, or like they told me the specific exit. I don't even remember which one it was. Um, but don't like stop to use the bathroom only until like the third stop can you go. I can't sleep on the bus because like it's dark, that's late, and so
Mm-hmm.
many people. And I was really lost and it was really late at night. I was so scared. And the people who like had to pick me up from the last stop that I was supposed to get off on, that like thankfully I figured out which one it was. They were late too, so I was like stuck at the airport dark at night. It was honestly like I'm saying it with a smile on my face and like kind of like joking about it, but it was a really scary experience. Like trying to figure out where to go, what to do, and it's not like I can contact anybody.
Right, because you were supposed to get a chip for your phone,
Yeah,
right?
I did. And like, I mean, I'm sure another episode we'll talk about more of like these experiences from when I went there. But for the majority of that trip, I did not have phone service because I don't know why I ended up not getting like a SIM card until like the last couple of days, which is a bad decision, guys. Don't do that. But being alone and like so young, I was probably like 19, maybe 20.
Yeah, yeah, I think you were around that age.
I
Yeah.
was, I don't know, I think it was somewhere around there, like being young and alone in a whole nother country, like that's a scary experience. So like
Oh yeah. Especially with no phone. You don't
with
know where
no
you going.
phone, I
And
know.
being thrown on the bus. Who was this person that was so strong to throw you and a bag on the bus? I need to know what gym she go to. Well, she had them Angela Bassett arms, them strong
Okay,
arms.
but yes, I don't know, but she was like a tiny little thing. She was older than me, obviously. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
she's probably like in her, I don't know how old she was, maybe like late 40s, mid 40s. I don't remember really. She did. She threw me on
Mm.
a bus without saying goodbye. I was like, I wanted to cry so bad.
So okay, would you go back though?
If I had to go back, I would.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid going back at all costs, but like a little piece of me is like, oh, this is like a home to me. Like it has a special place in my heart, but like I went through a lot of trauma that trip.
The
So like
so I'm guessing this wouldn't be on your top 3 places to go.
not exactly. When traveling opens up again, my top three places I'll say I would love to go to Bolivia. I've
Mm-hmm.
been wanting to go there for a while. I would love to go to Bolivia.
Now, were you convinced by when we had that dinner with all the people from
Yes,
Bolivia?
that's exactly how I was convinced. A bunch of people like came from Bolivia and like we all had a dinner. And I was like, oh my gosh, taken by this place. I'm like, no matter what I do, I'm going there one day.
No, it literally was like they came to recruit all of us to go to Belize, and it
Or,
looked amazing.
yeah.
Or Bolivia,
Mhm.
not Belize, Bolivia. It
Yeah.
did look amazing. Okay, so
So
Bolivia.
that's number one. Well, I don't know if it's number one, but it's like the first one I'm gonna say. Japan.
Mm.
Yes, I love like the whole, I don't know, I just love the whole like aesthetic and like I don't know, I just feel like Japan, like the architecture and the culture, and it's just so like clean and like the fashion, like everything about Japan. I really like, I'm really into it. And also, you know, like I love my Asian shows. So
Oh
we
yeah.
both love our Asian shows and
Yes,
like we
yes, we
do. We are
do.
so with it. Like I would go to Japan. Like I would get down with
Yes.
that.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I think my third is Paris. And it
Ye-
sounds so cliche. Like, I'm really sorry. I'm not one of those like Eiffel Tower people, but
Yep.
and it's really for like again like the culture. I love the language. I love the food and the art and the culture. Like and like I think like my favorite one of my top 5 favorite movies is Midnight in Paris. Like if I could live that movie like for a trip to go to Paris, I would. Like that is like my dream.
Yeah. I'm down with it. I like all your choices. Yeah, you have all good all places, but
Right.
Japan definitely. I would definitely go down to Japan. But listen, okay. So I know, we are all about our Asians. Like we love it. We love it.
Me
So for
too.
me, Korea, number one.
Yes,
Number one place is Korea for
that's a
me.
good choice.
If I could get to Korea, it would be amazing.
Right.
Was I taking Korean lessons? Yes. During this quarantine, I paid to take Korean lessons with Mario. Amazing. If anybody wants to take Korean lessons on italki, go with Mario. He is the bomb. Okay. But just don't ask me to speak Korean.
No, speak some right now. Just say one thing. One thing.
안녕하세요. And then, I mean, if Korea wasn't an option for me to
Mhm.
go, Thailand would be very close second.
You love
In
Thailand.
I love Thailand. I applied for a job in Thailand. Did I get it? No. But I applied for a job in Thailand. That's how much I really wanted to go. And when I
Right.
applied for the job, I said, I'll pay for all my expenses. I'll pay for a visa because a visa was like $20 USD. So
Oh.
I'll cover it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the visa was like a year.
Honestly, but we were supposed to like pre-COVID 2020, we were supposed to go to Asia.
Yes.
Asia with my Asia.
Hey.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe after this is all over.
Oh yeah,
Be a
yeah.
thing.
Literally, as soon as they say we can travel, we better take that trip.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've been saving my peso, so we gotta go. We gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Pesos.
And then South Africa. I mean, you've
Mhm.
had the flex, the Instagram, like bomb pictures in Africa, and I'm just sitting here in Rochester all sad,
Oh no.
Yeah. So my dream will be those three
Those
places to
are
go.
those are really, really, really good places. I agree with all of them. Like they're awesome.
Yeah, yeah. But if
I,
I'm going, no, I was gonna say, but if I'm going to any of these places, I'm not going for no week.
mhm.
Trust and believe that. I am not sitting on no plane for 24 hours or like how I feel like you flew to Africa for like 3 days.
Oh,
Like I feel
technically, I
like
think with the time change, like you like added a day one time and like you lost a day coming back. I think the flights were like 14 hours.
see, that's too much to be going somewhere to stay for a week. If I'm going on vacation,
Mhm.
especially out of the country, trust me, I don't want to go no less than a month.
Right. I think too, like my minimum, like very, very, very minimum is 2 to 3 weeks. I think when I was in Africa, it was 2 weeks. I went. It all depends on the purpose of your trip, though.
Yeah, that's true.
You
That is
know,
very true.
but yeah, a week does seem short unless it's like a very casual vacation, like you're just going to
Yeah.
relax or like just trying to see somewhere and just like see. I think a week is fine, but like if I'm trying to really vacation and like live my best life, I can't do any less than like 2 to 3 weeks.
Even Canada, like I'll go to
Right.
Canada. We've gone to Canada for like a day.
I was
But
saying, you don't
you
even
know,
need a week for Canada.
right.
Give it-
It really, like you said, it depends on what kind of vacation you're trying to do because how you want a vacation is who you go with and how long you stay. Because like for me, I am a sleepity sleep. I will sleep a vacation away. Hence why I don't like to go anywhere less than a month because I need at least 4 days of sleep, at least. It
I
takes
just
me.
get like so like I just get so upset by this. Not like actually like angry upset, but it's like why?
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 Okay. you are okay. If we think about it, well, when you're not on vacation, you're hustling and bustling to work, doing all these different things, and you're moving. Why would I go somewhere else where I can sleep in and relax for a little bit and not have to rush to Wegmans all the time or be late to work or get gas, you know?
Okay, I get it. I really do get it, but like sleeping, you like to like, I don't know. I think if you want to relax on a vacation, like I'm not opposed to that. Like, vacations are for relaxing. Like that's very normal. And I get you, but it's like sleeping until 9. Sleeping until
9, that's not
9
sleeping
and
in.
yes, it is. Like, you know, for work, you have to wake up at like 5 or 6, or even 7. You wake up maybe on weekends, like, or at least I do. So
Yeah.
sleep until 9, maybe 9:30. Handle your business and hit the streets. Like you want to see and do as much as possible.
Nah, I'll be out the house by like 12, 1 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, no.
12, 1 o'clock. I
That's
can't.
half the day.
Cool. I've listen, as long as I can lay in the bed, get a couple of Netflix shows in, you know.
Netflix on vacation.
Yes. Because when do I have the time? Okay, let's think about it. Like I said,
Okay.
when do I have the time to get up to watch Netflix until the wee hours of the morning and then go to work?
Wait, Maisha. You don't do that right now?
Okay.
You don't already do that right now?
Maybe. And then guess what? I'm dead in the morning. I be at work with my eyes closed. Okay. But true. I want to sleep in, you know. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. Explore.
Yeah.
I get it.
I think honestly, I really think everyone vacations differently.
Oh yeah, because I'm never going in. I never ever. Well, even though I'm saying I never ever, but I probably will ever go to New York with y'all.
Right.
But whenever I do, I say why.
Why?
Because y'all be having me up at 6 a.m. hitting the streets.
Yep, and come home at like 4 o'clock.
And then we do it all over again.
I know it is big. Honestly, like our trips can be like tiring, but you feel so good. Like you're so like on the go. And you said no.
No, I don't feel good. I feel beaten. Beaten and dragged around. I want you, when this episode comes out, I want you to post that picture of me on that bus on New York City and tell me if I look happy.
You were very unhappy. But so like that's the thing about vacation. We all do it differently. Like sometimes I think it is good to relax and like be okay. And especially if you're somewhere like for a month, you definitely have to take your like relaxed days. But like I just feel like if you're going somewhere to like New York City or somewhere very like fast paced, like a very city life, you can't be sleeping in. Like you have to be on the go. You have to do it.
You can't. New York is a beep, 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 beep. There's always something going on. No.
Oh my gosh, you could sleep through it.
You know what? That is true. Because after being in New York City for 2 straight weeks, like I was able to go to bed like that. The first 2 days I couldn't sleep, but
right.
Yeah, you definitely get used to it.
You get used to it. I definitely think like we're different like vacationers, but we do like traveling together. We do pretty well.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's because we're just such close friends or we're pretty like mellow people. Like we don't really, I mean, we get upset sometimes, but like not to the point like we're fighting or starting arguments or like we have beef with each other. Like we know each other very well, so we can handle each other.
Right.
You know, like.
And I feel like we just apologize all the time.
We do. We do. We have to. Like, I think, I don't know, especially like if something like bothers me, I usually get upset mostly like when I'm hungry, and you know that, and so you know like when to like
guys
treat me accordingly, and like no, we handle each other really well, and I don't think you can just travel with anybody.
No, you can't. No, absolutely not. You cannot just travel with anybody, and that's why I have my friends. But if you're on my travel friends list, like you're in a whole nother club,
right?
Like that's a private club where you wear jackets. Okay, we wear jackets in this club.
Sounds exclusive.
It is. Only a few people are in there. But no, that's so true. Like I don't feel like you can just travel with anybody, or you can just travel with a big group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am very, very, very opposed to those big group travel. Unless I don't know. It all depends on circumstances, but I don't like big groups because there is just so much to take care of and so many people to keep up on. And so many like checking in with everybody for every little thing.
Yes.
For every plan. I feel like that can get like a little chaotic.
Oh yeah, especially when it comes down to what we're gonna eat.
Yeah, oh,
or where we
yeah.
want to go, that's like the worst discussion
Right.
to ever have with
You
a big
know,
group of people.
and yeah, because you can never decide, you know.
Exactly.
And I feel like when it's like, at least, I don't know, maybe it's just our circle of friends or like just in general, like who we travel with, we're all pretty similar in what we like to do. Like you like to sleep in and I like to get up early. We're
Right.
pretty similar with activity though. Like, and
Yes.
we can find a balance, you know.
Absolutely.
Like we can leave the house at 10 or like, you
But
know.
when it comes down to activities and traveling with people, one of my things that like I would just require, and I can't even say require, but I need you to have money.
Oh, that's a good one. Tell us
I
more.
I need you to have money. I just feel that like when you go on big trips and some people don't have the money that they're supposed to have for a trip, it can slow you down. If we went to a museum like the Brooklyn Museum, sometimes that stuff is like $45. But I'm willing to spend the $45 on the experience. But what if Sandy Lou only got $23?
Right,
Well, now you
right.
slowing down the whole group, and now we gotta look at you and be like, oh, Sandy Lou, like now
Yeah.
we gotta give you the money.
Mm-hmm.
And then what if I want to go and I want to have salt base, salt base, sprinkle that salt on your steak.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like the
It might
memes.
cost it, yeah, it might cost him $150 to sprinkle a little bit of salt, but I want to pay the $150 from this sprinkle of salt.
I'm not gonna pay that.
I know.
If we
I'm just
vacation, you decide
saying.
to do that much, I'm not going with you. I would be that travel partner where I'm saying no.
No, but you know what I
know
mean?
what you
Like,
mean. I'm just joking.
yeah, like, if we want to go to Disney World, have the money for Disney World, and we know Disney World grilled cheese gonna cost us $7,000. So have the $7,000.
Right.
When you're gonna go on the trip, you just gotta make sure that everybody's good.
Right. Right. I will say, like, I don't think we're expensive vacationers. At least I'm not.
No,
I
we're
don't think
not.
you are too. Like,
No, I'm not.
we're not like just blowing money, and I don't think it's necessary to like do the most extravagant things unless
No.
it's something you really want to do. Then I think you should prepare for it. So I don't think you're saying like that, but it is good to be prepared. Like
Yeah, it's good to
when
be
traveling,
prepared.
you need to have like your money and like side money just in case and backup money. Like I just think going somewhere where you're not home. I also think like when it comes to traveling, there is something very special about like traveling alone.
Hashtag go find yourself.
And that's
Okay,
exactly
go.
what I was gonna. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like you go through the whole like going to a new place and meeting new people and finding yourself and like
Yeah.
just learning how to like rely on different things. And what I will say is like when I traveled alone for that first time, it was scary, but I did learn a lot and I did like it because I love being with people, obviously, and that was like
Mm-hmm.
a really hard adjustments like being alone for like the first time. When I was planning the trip, I was having my best time because I'm like, I don't have to like confirm with everybody else. Like I was
Right.
just doing everything on my own. And I loved that. I
Right.
really love like just handling my business and like just preparing and planning my own thing. I
Right.
thought
And
that
that's
was
what
amazing.
I know, and that's what I really loved about you going by yourself because I could never.
Mm-hmm.
I might seem like I'm all big and bad, but I am a scaredy cat.
Yeah. I
Like
am too though. So
I
you could.
I was like, when you said you were going by yourself, I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Because there's no way I would have been able to go by myself.
I
I would have been
do
too afraid.
right. No, I do think like from that time, my experience going by myself, part of me says like I don't ever want to do this again.
Mm-hmm.
Like part of me really thinks that, but the other part of me thinks like I've done this before, and honestly, like once you get out of your own head, it's easy. Like one good tip for me, just in general, too, like this ain't gonna be that apply to alone, but in general about traveling, is to always have like a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G for everything. You know, like Maya just said, have extra money because you might get caught somewhere or like something might happen. It's always good to be prepared and pack lightly because like carrying a lot of stuff can be annoying, you know.
Oh
And
yeah.
like
Oh yeah.
you
And that
agree?
yeah, I agree. I agree with all of your points. The most important, I think, is to always make sure, double, triple, dog sure that you bring all your toiletries with you, especially if you are leaving the USA. Hey,
That's a good one.
what I'm going to tell you is, girl, listen, when I was in Italy, I have never been so musty,
Oh.
lips been dry, and hair was dry in my life. Okay, they didn't have a Walmart. They didn't have
Right.
nothing,
Oh
and
no.
they brushed with hard toothbrushes. Oh, my teeth almost fell
Oh.
out. And I'm one of those people who are like, oh, I'll get whatever I need when I get to that destination because I made that bad mistake. But listen, if anything, if you take anything from this podcast, please bring your toiletries.
Oh no, I was gonna say, especially you have like curly hair.
Yes,
That's a big struggle.
yes, I had to put olive oil in my joint. Olive oil, and I don't know what, I don't know how I made it back alive, but I did. But yeah, don't be musty like me or you'll come back single like me.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. Come back with a nice Italian man.
um Let me ask you a question now.
Mm-hmm.
Totally unrelated.
Okay.
But let me ask you. First class, yes or no?
Ooh. My mind's telling me no. No, stop. Yeah, my mind and heart tells me no.
No?
No. Right now, my pockets are screaming, put me in the back of the plane next to the bathroom.
Right.
That's it.
Let me ask, because I kind of have mixed opinions about this too. You know my answer is no. How do you feel about like just once in your life though? Or do you feel like it's something you never have to do?
I would do it just one time.
Okay.
If I was to take a plane to like Dubai or something, I'm going all out. Okay. I'm going to be first class.
But then I'm like, will I enjoy it too much and want to do it every time and expect that good like first class treatment?
I don't know. Cause it's like,
I wouldn't know because I've never.
Exactly. We've never been on that side of the plane.
Oh,
no, I mean, for real, I don't even sit in economy. Put me in second class.
That is so.
Put me underneath where the suitcases are, as long as I can get going.
Right. Honestly, the most important thing is like the destination.
Yeah. I don't care how I get there, as long as I get there.
Right. Right. That's so funny. Yeah, no, I think the same. Like on a flight, I'm pretty chill about it. I know like it's not gonna be that bad. Honestly, like even with our like very basic and economy seats,
right,
it's like it's not that bad. I can get down with like a good flight. I used to be a little more anxious about like the takeoff, but I think it's not a big deal anymore. It's really the airport for me.
Really, like just the airport itself, not the plane.
Airport. It's too busy. There's too many places to go. It's so confusing. Like I get really stressed out. Like I do not handle airports well. Like I'll handle it well and I'll be about my business, especially like on certain trips. Like you just need to like get going and know what you're doing and like
right.
You just have to go with the flow. So I'm good with it. I just don't like it, and like inside, like I'll be feeling really stressed out. I try not to show it though.
It's kind of mixed for me. Like I was saying, when I used to be able to be really chill on a plane, and like I will put in my music and I will listen to Miente because that's my like whenever the plane takes off, I like I listen the whole takeoff. But I would never be fearful until that story that I told earlier.
Yeah.
I'm now so afraid on planes. Like I just start to shake and like get all crazy and stuff like that. I can't. It's just it's too much. It's too much. Like, what is your favorite part?
Is definitely better for me.
Yeah,
landing is definitely better. I don't think it's too bad. Your stomach kind of goes up and down when the plane moves. That's natural. I don't know. Maybe because I'm just happy that it's over with, or I'm just excited, or like I don't know. I feel like ascending is like the worst, and that's like it's the worst, and you kind of get over it. So by the end, it's like it's fine.
Right. I would say, yeah, descending is my favorite part because I'm like, I made it through a flight. Like, I made it. Right. But listen, just like how we would land to our destination, we have landed to the destination of this episode. We're gonna zoom on out of here. Take off out of here. I'm just out here trying.
Good. I like that.
But yeah, anyways, listen, you guys, all we have to say is hashtag catch flights, not feelings. Okay. Yep. Listen, it is 2021. Get your money up so that we can go out here and hit some of our favorite places in 2022, you know? And maybe you can meet us in some of our favorite places because you already know we're going to Asia. Well, as soon as they lift anything, we're going to Asia. Even though my travel club is exclusive, I'll open it up to you guys.
Oh, gracious. So gracious.
But listen, I just want to say thank you for all your support. You know, you guys have been doing really good with the podcast and interacting with us on Instagram. So keep it up and continue to stay safe out there. And yeah, deuces.
Bye.